the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS 2 News at 6 p.m.
Developing news, the Gay Men's Chorus concert canceled because of a bomb threat. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Doubt.
And I'm Jasmine Veal. The chorus had just started performing at the Alex Theater on Brand Boulevard in Glendale when everyone was told to evacuate. CBS 2's Chris Holstrom live at the scene with an update. Chris?
Peter and Jasmine, the performance was just getting started when someone called saying there was a bomb inside this theater. Now, keep in mind, there were nearly 1,000 people inside. Definitely a scary thought, but it's back open right now. This was actually the first performance of the weekend for the Gay Men's Chorus Los Angeles. Well, once the threat was made, people started evacuating the theater. Many people thought it was actually part of the show. Well, soon after, Glendale police, along with the sheriff's department, arrived. They blocked off the whole area, also had a K-9 unit check it out. Well, a couple hours later, authorities gave the all clear. Now, I spoke with the executive director of the chorus, and he had this to say about the incident.
I hope it wasn't a hate crime, but let's not be naive. Let's not kid ourselves. We are an LGBT organization, and I hope that is not the case, but I would not be surprised.
Okay, so there is another show tonight. That performance is at 8 o'clock. I'm told they will have extra security, also law enforcement in this area. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Chris, thanks. Breaking news now in Whittier, where the LA Sheriff's SWAT team is involved in a standoff with a woman who is sitting in a truck. This is happening at Putnam and Santa Fe Springs Road in the parking lot of High Even Speed Shop.
And what's odd, you can kind of see her leaning out the window, or at least her arm is just kind of resting on the window there as it's rolled down. We're told this all started as a disturbance between two neighbors. The woman driver reportedly threatened that neighbor with a pole. No word on what that dispute was even about.
Outrage at the federal building in Westwood today over the policy that separated children from their parents who tried to cross into the U.S. illegally.
A Hollywood star joined hundreds of these protesters. CBS 2's Joy Benedict was there.
Being president is not power.
In a show of strength, hundreds gathered on the lawn in front of the federal building with signs about immigration, warning of a change. As protesters let their voices be heard for those who've been silenced.
We're disgusted about what's going on at the border.
Ira Rosenberg and his wife brought their 18-month-old son to show they want change when it comes to handling families trying to enter the country along the Mexican border.
He's lucky to be growing up in America and have a lot of freedoms in his life, and I think all the children at the border deserve that same opportunity.
The cries were loud this week of children being separated from their parents, some put in cages without blankets or toys.
As a parent, it's just like, it's hard to even take in what it might be like to have your kids separated from you.
So many here brought their own children, hoping they'll grow up knowing their parents did what they could.
We need you to keep speaking up.
Actress Kristen Bell rallied the crowd, and politicians from all over the area took a turn at the mic as cars passing by honked in approval.
This is horrible. This is not the country we love.
But for many here, they say their concern isn't just this policy, but the fear of what policies could come next from this administration.
What's happening with this administration is unjust, cruel, inhumane, and we're going to stop it.
And although this is just one corner, in one state, this crowd is confident their message is strong enough to be heard around the world.
Power is believing that human beings are better than what they're presented like by this president. That's power.
Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
And dozens of congressional members, including Alan Lowenthal from Long Beach, went to a border processing facility in Texas today to get a first-hand look at the situation.
They say they saw kids sleeping behind bars on concrete floors and under Mylar blankets.
I cannot believe that we Americans treat our children. I kept seeing my grandchildren in all those cages being treated as animals.
More than 2,300 children were separated from their parents when they got to the border. The Homeland Security Department says at least 500 families have been reunited.
And of course, stay with CBS 2 News and CBSLA.com for this continuing coverage of the immigration debate as we follow the story of these children separated from their families.
Well, a warning tonight about the air we breathe. The South Coast Air Quality Management District says the air quality will be unhealthy tomorrow in the San Gabriel Valley, the Santa Clarita Valley, and the LA County Mountains. So people with respiratory diseases, heart disease, or asthma should limit their time outside.
It just looks dirty.
Yeah, not good. Well, part of the reason for the unhealthy air are hot temperatures. CBS 2 meteorologist Amber Lee joins us live in studio with our first forecast. Hey, Amber.
Hi, Peter. Take a look at our temperature spread today. So Daggett came in as the hottest spot here in the Southland. Daggett is just located to the east of Barstow, coming in at 105 degrees. Now, we had that June gloom, so it kept things a little bit cooler right along the coast. Santa Monica Pier coming in at 66, though we have at least a 39-degree difference between the two. So as you get farther inland, definitely hot and breezy. So it's going to stay pretty hot and breezy as we head into Sunday because that high pressure system is still with us. The only difference that happened today was because of that June gloom. That marine influence was a little bit stronger, so it kept things a little bit cooler as you got closer to the coast. Today we topped out only at 74 degrees, so well below average for downtown LA. Normally we should be at 80. Sun going down tonight at 8:08, and this is still what it feels like outside. Still pretty warm in areas like San Bernardino, 86 for Lancaster, and then 73 right now in Big Bear. I'll have your Sunday forecast on the way.
All right, thanks, Amber. Well, things are heating up in the soccer world. It's party time for Mexico and its soccer fans. I mean, the team just won its latest World Cup match. CBS 2's Greg Mills shows us some fans in one local community celebrated a little too much, and police had to step in.
Viva Mexico! A Mexico win in the World Cup got fans in Huntington Park really revved up. Burnouts in the middle of the intersection. The driver sped away as police came roaring in.
Viva Mexico!
Police shut down Pacific Boulevard because this is normally party central. But the partiers today, the celebrants, were one step ahead of police and moved their party one block away. First, here at Saturn and Rita. Once Huntington Park police got their way, the crowd moved away. Priya Shah watched it all.
Police was pretty good. Yeah, they came in at the right time, right moment, pretty good.
Watching the crowd go wild after Mexico's 2-1 win.
Mexico won! Woo! It was crazy. It was super crazy.
She thought it was an excessive celebration, premature celebration.
When they win the World Cup, then maybe, yeah, then that would be like totally okay, but not right now. No, it was way too out of line.
When the crowd moved down Saturn to the next intersection, police felt some crossed the line. Get off the street now! Rocks were thrown, eggs splattered on patrol cars. This guy was one of two taken into custody, facing several charges. Loud and very proud of their team.
Mexico! Mexico!
Most very well behaved too, just celebrating an expected win with expected joy.
They're passionate about soccer, so that's what I expected.
And they expect more of this if their team keeps winning in the World Cup. In Huntington Park, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News.
And what about this little guy? Pixie the Pug was at it again today. Last week we showed you how excited this four-legged soccer fan was when Mexico scored its only goal. Well, the Hesperia dog just went crazy again today when the team scored its second goal. Mucho pasión.
Mucho emocionada.
Yeah,
go Pixie. I love that dog. She's so cute. Highlights from the Mexico-South Korea match later in sports.
She'll be our mascot here.
Yeah.
And then a hero's welcome home for a Triple Crown winner. We were at Santa Anita Park for Justify's big return.
Plus, an annual parade makes a big change to honor an Orange County teen murdered while home from college.
And if you use your EBT card to do your weekend grocery shopping, we're going to tell you why you should do it very soon.